Got to talk tax reform, and who better to talk tax reform than Congressman Jim Jordan, Republican from Ohio. Sir, welcome. You've got a big smile on your face, and I know why.
I love coming on your show.
I know why you're smiling. You are smiling because all those rich liberals in high-tax states are about to pay a lot more in tax, and you love it, don't you?
I'm smiling because the trend of this plan is to cut taxes, simplify the code, and grow our economy, the three principles that matter most. And so I think overall it's pretty good. There's some things that have to be worked out, as you rightly point out,
sure.
But overall I think it's a move in the right direction and something that we conservatives think needs to happen.
Yeah, you're in the Freedom Caucus.
Exactly right.
You're in favor of this? I mean, your caucus will say yes on this.
I think, look, we need to work on the small business, the pass-through rate, make sure that formula is right. We need to look at hopefully the issue on the SALT issue, the state and local issue is going to get resolved. But overall, I think it's moving in the right direction.
What would you like to see on that SALT issue? That's the state and local taxes, which at the moment are deductible, but which in future will not. Now, that means a lot of people pay a whole lot more.
Yeah, I would prefer that, frankly, that the deduction wasn't there. But I think that what they're starting to talk about, the compromise, is to allow it for local property taxes. If there's something that can be worked out that will help us get votes and pass the overall package, I think you have to view this in the overall package. Rates are going down, corporate rates going to 20, getting rid of the alternative minimum tax, all those things that we know will lead to greater economic growth and job creation. That's what we got to focus on.
Have you no heart, Jim Jordan? All those people who live in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, and Massachusetts, and Illinois, and especially California, they're going to be bled dry by this thing. And have you no heart?
I have a big heart, and that's why I want to cut the rates and let families keep more of their money to spend on their kids and their grandkids' future. That's why I want to lower the corporate rate, which will lead to economic growth, get rid of this crazy alternative minimum tax, all those good things, simplify the code. I mean, again, we always come back to this. It should be three key principles. Will it actually cut taxes and let people keep more of their money? Yes, this plan will do that. Will it simplify the code? Yes, our code is way too complex. We need it simplified. And third, and most important, and this is where I know this. You talk about this all the time, Stuart. Will it lead to economic growth?
Yes.
Is it conducive to producing economic growth? Everyone knows the corporate rate coming down is the biggest factor in that. Those are the things we should focus on. Those are the principles that count.
And you think that it will produce more economic growth? We've got 3% now. You think it's going above that significantly next year?
Well, yes, I do, and it has to. I mean, you know this. To deal with the debt of $20 trillion, you have to grow a lot more than we did during the Obama years, bumping along at 1%, 1.5%. Under President Trump, the last two quarters have already hit 3. We need to get to 3.5%, 4% annual growth rate to deal with the debt of that magnitude. And, of course, we all know this at some point, and we conservatives have been pushing for this. At some point, you do have to address the spending problem.
Okay, I want to address my editorial at the top of the hour. I'll say it again. In my opinion, the political life of the Clintons, both of them, is done. You going to take issue with that, Jim?
Well, it doesn't surprise us that they were rigging the game at the DNC. These are the same people, as you said in your opening statement, these are the same people who paid for the opposition research dossier. These are the same. This is the same lady who, when 4 Americans gave their life for their country, I was on the Benghazi committee, that she issued a statement that night when Tyrone Woods is still fighting on the roof of the annex. She issued a statement blaming a video while he's still fighting to save his life and save his fellow countrymen because she's so focused on her political career and her political future. So it shouldn't surprise us when you lie to the American people in the midst of a tragedy like Benghazi and you pay for a dossier to get opposition research on your opponent, that you're also rigging the game within the party, making sure that they beat Bernie Sanders in the Democrat nominating process.
All right, Jim, when we were talking about Obamacare reform, there were no smiles from you. Now we're talking about tax reform and Hillary Clinton, and it's all smiles across the board.
That's right.
What a guy. Jim Jordan, thank you so much, sir. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart. Take care.